All I really have to say about this anime is, oh my god, Scary Andres on crack. Hello people on YouTube, 'tis I, the Crimson Assassin, bringing you another anime review. And today, we're going to be reviewing an anime that I have already watched, but have not done a review for yet, which is basically the theme for this month. And today, we're going to be reviewing the anime that I've already watched, called Mirai Nikki, aka Future Diary. So the story of Future Diary basically follows a annoying kid named Yukiteru Amano, where he not really sociable, he's not really outgoing, but has sort of this imaginary friend that basically is like the god of time. Turns out that the imaginary friend that he thought was fake was actually real. Apparently, this imaginary friend called Deus Ex Machina is dying. So, he needs someone else to fill in his role as the god of time. So, he basically comes up with basically the Hunger Games of anime. So, he basically thinks that we'll do this challenge where basically we'll use cell phones as a way to predict the future and have these people with these diary owners go after each other and kill each other, and the last person standing becomes the next god of time, basically granting him almost immortal life. So it's up to Yukiteru Amano along with this crazy psychopathic girl named Yuno Gasai, and basically they just try to survive, and at the end try to become God, basically. That's all I can really say. Now, this anime, I'm not gonna be honest, I had there were like mixed feelings for me about this anime, but it's always leaning towards just one in particular side. There are moments that I love the anime, and I think that the anime is like fan-fucking-tastic, grade A, oh my god, holy shit, 360 no-scope MLG, there are a lot of great moments in this anime, but there's also a lot of moments that I really did not like about the anime, such as its main character, which we'll get into that pretty soon. But I think this anime is more leaning towards this one in particular side that I really like. It's great. I liked it. The anime is great. So, what are its pros? First of all, without needing to be really explained, it's animation. Wow, this anime has some breathtaking animation. It's lighter color with more happier, upbeat scenes to its dark and gloomy horror scenes. Blood, gore, spray all over the fucking walls and shit. It's basically awesome. And going hand to hand with its animation, it's blood and gore. Holy shit, like I mentioned before, you see blood and everything, decapitated arms and shit. This anime holds no bars, okay? Almost like Berserk, and less gorier than Berserk. This anime really has its well done share of gore. Again, more colors to more upbeat scenes and serious scenes, and more darker, dim colors for its horror scenes and stuff. The story has to be one of the most coolest stories I've seen in an anime so far, about a bunch of diary owners and that they all have diaries and that each diary has a unique thing. They don't have the same diary, they just have diaries that involve different things. Like, there's this one diary that predicts the future, there's this one diary that predicts the future about someone else, there's another diary that can basically translate dog, almost. There's this diary where it can predict what crime is going to happen, like that show, Person of Interest. There's a lot of unique ideas in this anime, and the story element is awesome. One of the coolest stories in an anime I've seen in a long time. It's pacing. There was never a dull moment in this anime. This anime almost, like, basically had me to the edge of my seat per episode. Like, you don't know what is going to happen when it happens in this anime. This anime could do a complete 180 flip out of nowhere, and we couldn't have seen it coming. It's crazy. you don't know what's gonna happen until it happens. That's the anime. Like, that's the way this anime was made. You don't know what's gonna happen until that fucking thing happens. And when it does happen, you'd be like, oh shit, that happened. Yeah, it did. And it's romance element. Yes, there's a romance element of the anime, which I have to admit, I actually did root for them, okay? Yes, I rooted for Yuno and Yuki to end it up together. Yes. Could you blame me? Sure. Yuno could be this crazy, psychotic, and I mean the definition of the word crazy and psychotic. I mean, if you were to look up crazy and psychotic in the dictionary, her face will be right there with this one in particular scene with her. She's, poking her eyes out of a fucking mailbox. Or like one of those mailbox, like those things that you put on the door and you put your mail in and it goes through the floor and shit. That. Yeah, that shit had me, oh, holy shit, this girl, ugh. Not only this girl's like crazy and psychotic in every way, but her undying love for Yuki basically says otherwise. Holy shit, this girl will do anything for Yuki. So that's basically always going hand to hand. It's characters. Now I have to admit, guys, I liked each and every one of these characters except one, which we'll get into later. Each and every character in the anime was greatly developed and had a lot of screen time, and definitely there was not a single stone left unturned. You know why these characters do the things that they do. What was their motive? What was their background? You know everything about these characters. They were all developed and they were all well done. I freaking love that they really took the time to develop these characters. Some of the few standout main characters that comes into mind is, of course, the Ninth. I forgot her name, so I'm just going to call her the Ninth. The girl that basically, is like a terrorist. She is awesome. I loved this character. She's one of my favorite characters in the anime. Definitely has the most development out of all the characters, and definitely the character that has the most screen time. She is really developed to the point where you understand where she comes from. Why does she do the things that she did? She is just one of the best characters, and I love the Ninth. And trust me, she has like probably one of the most coolest diaries of all time. Just telling you, if you're in a sticky situation, that diary will get you out of trouble. Another one of the standout characters that I had in mind is Deus Ex Machina. Holy shit, this guy looks awesome. I love how they animated this guy. It's like a mixture between 3D animation and 2D animation. It is beautiful. How they animated this guy is outstanding. I love his design. And of course, Gasar, one of our main characters, also well development, and you understand why does she do the things that she done. Also, that little kid who I forgot what number diary. I think it was like don't quote me on this. I think it was like the 4th. I forgot. So it's been a while since I've seen the anime, but I'm going off of memory here. But he's also a good job. That little kid, I forgot that. I think he's like the 5th diary owner. I'm not really sure. And it basically wraps up its characters, and I think this is the portion where we go into our problems with the anime. Okay, let's get this out of the air. Let's get the big elephant out of the room. Let's get this out. Yuki. There was not a single moment in this anime that I just wanted to rip this fucking kid's throat out, like Liu Kang's fatality in Mortal Kombat 10 or X or whatever. Dude, this kid's annoying. Listen, I hate weaklings, okay? I mean, sure, I don't think all main characters in anime should be that strong-willed main character like Naruto, Luffy, or Goku. I'm just saying, I just did not like this guy. This guy has no real motive. He does everything out of his own whim, and he basically hides behind Yuno throughout the entire anime. He hides behind a girl's back. I mean, how embarrassing is that for a guy? And I mean, there's no real way to really defend this guy. Later on in the anime, he just becomes a complete asshole towards the end. This is our main character. We are following this guy, and yet this guy is one of the most annoying main protagonists I've ever met since, oh god, what was his name? Since that kid from Mabarajo. Oh my god, talk about annoying. He's just a flat out annoying piece of shit main character. He's just as bad as Makoto from School Days. Yes, I admit it. He's probably worse than Makoto. Okay, I mean Makoto at least, you know, he's probably in hell, probably, you know, thinking about the things that he does. Yuki, oh god, I wanted this guy. I wanted this kid to die so badly. It's just annoying. Probably one of the biggest faults with this anime, and that's following the weakest main protagonist since the main character from Evangelion. From what I'm talking, I don't know. I never seen Evangelion. And last but not least, probably one of the biggest issues, and then we'll give it its verdict. It's ending. You know, Glass Reflection has a term for endings like in Mirai Nikki. And that word is paramount. The ending is paramount. It has no real ending. But it makes up for it in the OVA series. But you had to make us wait like a whole fucking year just to make a one episode OVA. And the OVA was like all over the fucking place. Like, I was basically confused towards that OVA. But it was like 30 minutes long and just added 30 minutes extra to the main story of Mirai and Nikki. I mean, sure, it had clarity, but don't end it with an OVA. End it in the anime. Don't make us wait for an OVA to end the anime. That's probably one of its biggest faults, that you have to wait a certain period of time to see the real definitive ending of the anime. And I felt like they should have just done that after the second, like, that last episode. You could have just ended the next point. All in all, people, honestly, with its two major glaring problems with the anime, in my opinion, I still did like Mirai and Nikki to the fullest extent. It has a great action, awesome blood and gore, the coolest story in any anime, breathtaking animation. The romance was actually pretty nice, and to top it all off, the ending also had, but you know, its main character is the weakling, and it's just he's a piece of fucking shit, and its ending's paramount. But all in all, what do I have to say about Mirai and Nikki? It's definitely worth the watch. I do recommend this anime to all of you people who love a good psychological thriller, and for those of you who really just like a good crazy yandere. And trust me, Yuno is like the first ever yandere that I've met, and I hear there's like way crazier yanderes out there. All in all, people, those are my thoughts. I'm going to give this anime an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's pretty great, and I do recommend to anyone to watch this anime. So go ahead, check out Mirai Nikki. It is definitely worth your time. So, that'll basically wrap this up and done. Sorry about part 5 for Infamous the Second Son. I will get that part uploaded. I keep trying to upload it, but it won't fucking upload. It's stupid part 5. Anyway, that's gonna wrap things up. Until next time, people, this is the Crimson Assassin, and I am signing out. Peace, YouTube.